Okay, Jeff Smith back here in the golf studio here at Otter Creek. I want to talk to you a little bit about pitching. We've already covered taking it down the middle of the fairway with the tee shot. We've talked about the iron shots to the green, but you know, there's 18 greens out there, and you know darn well you're going to miss a handful of them. Even the best players in the world are really only hitting 13, 14, 15 greens around on average. So let's go talk about what we've got to do to get the ball near the hole and possibly knock it in from off the green. Let's make sure that we understand that this is one of the most important parts about our score. Although we don't tend to practice it a lot because it's just not as fun as standing out there belting a drive on the fairway and standing out on the driving range, coming out, hitting a bag of balls with a bunch of irons and hitting different shots. But many of us really neglect the short game. And the problem is that's where an awful lot of your strokes are going to come from. So I want to talk to you about making good contact, clean contact with your irons and with your wedges on these short pitches. A couple things are really important. I like to have people set up where the club just rests itself naturally on the ground and the ball sits on the face, and that the club head is sitting in the middle of my stance, right on my sternum. The ball's right on the face of it, and a lot of times I want a little bit softer shot. So what I'm looking for here is I may tend to open up the club face just a little bit, point it just a little bit to the right. It adds a little bit of a loft to the shot. And then as I come down through, I'm looking to drive the club down through, and I'm feeling like the bottom of my swing is in front of my ball by a couple of inches on this shot. So what I'm thinking about doing here is when I practice this shot, I'm thinking that my thumbs go straight up, my shaft goes up, and I'm getting my club head as high as I can on my backswing for a nice, high, soft pitch shot. So I'm thinking things like club head up and club head down. There's a thought that I have that really works well for that, and I drive it down through. I get a nice, high, soft shot that comes down, bounces a couple of times, and comes to a trickle at a stop. It doesn't release a lot. It doesn't check a lot. I know what I'm going to get with this shot. It's just a basic standard pitch, but I keep the ball slightly forward of the center of my stance. So as I look at it, I'm putting the ball just in front of my sternum, and I make sure that I'm just driving the club head down and through. What am I going to get out of this? Hopefully a good trajectory, soft ball flight, pop it up in the air. It's like I'm tossing a shot in the air. So I'm going to hit one now for you. Hopefully I can get a good looking shot out of this. So, a standard pitch shot. I'm standing the club up as quick as I can. I'm sliding it down through. I'm continuing on with my extension through the shot, and it comes off nice and soft, comes up like I'm tossing it in the air. Now remember, every pitch shot that you hit is also the bottom of your golf swing on every full swing shot. So not only are you practicing your short game and your touch and your feel and learning how hard to hit something, but you're actually working on the bottom of your golf swing. So every part of pitching is good for your game. So go on out and practice, knock them close to the hole, do it a whole lot. I'll see you out there on the short game area. That's plain and simple golf. Play better, hit it better, no confusion.